Yeah, it's all going smooth till about later. Well, here's that pretty Mabel girl out in the wild. You see, we're at our spring right here. The spring comes from up yonder. And this was the trail that they cut through with the bulldozer. So I'm kind of following it along, and here's our spring. It empties out into here. And probably won't be able to go a whole bunch farther because it's just going to get steeper as I go along. But you can see that, look at all these beautiful trees in here. That is a big tree right there. There's lots of big trees in here. Anyway, all this stuff needs to get cleared out eventually. But old Mabel, dirty girl that she is, and I forgot to put my $5 cap on. Skill shot. What the heck did I do with that? Don't want to lose it. That 2-cent part cost me $5. Might have just lost it. Anyway, here's what you see. We're kind of doing a little what you call some 4-wheel driving. Got my 3-point all the way up, and this is the view from my office today. Kind of needed some time to go out and do a little bit of exploring. Got my chainsaw in case I should get into a little predicament. Need to cut me down some trees, but I was kind of thinking about cutting these trees right here. But that's kind of a nice little bench right there to sit on the spring. So I want to talk to Laura first before I cut that. Anyway, here we are. We'll see you guys later. Doing a little 4-wheel driving in the old tractor. We just came up this hill, and this is going down to the spring that you can see right down there. You can see the water just flowing into it, and yeah, you kind of see the scenery around here, lay of the land, and we're right above the spring right here. Oh, Mabel, man, is she a rock star. Just climb this hill like no problem. And I don't know if you guys can see how steep it is or not, but there's a good view of the spring right there. Big old sinkhole, don't want to get anywhere close to that. Mabel swallowing the sinkhole. But as you can see, there's another log road just right up in front of me to the right. So might take that out, but want to continue down into here in the bottom of the holler, see what's going on. We'll get back to you guys later. Here's what it looks like going down the hill into the burn area. As you can see, down off here. Nice and slow. Taking it slow. Pretty steep through here. Don't know how well it comes across on camera, but too bad we didn't have an inclinometer. You guys can see how steep it is. I have my bucket curled back because I have my chainsaw in there, should I need it, to cut any trees out of the way. So you can see this was the area that was all burned, which is nice. But now we're going to drop all the way down into the bottom, into the creek bed. Old Mabel, she's a four-wheeling girl here. Tiny house is just back up over there, if you can see it. But here we're going to drop down into the bottom of the creek bed here. This is down in the area where the spring comes from. As we're moving along here at 1.1 miles per hour. But you can see here it'll get real steep pretty quick. Matter of fact, you can look right across from me, and that's the corresponding hillside. So come down into the bottom here. I don't know how well you can see that, how steep it goes up the other side. So we're just kind of taking it down here and through here, nice and slow. Just kind of gives you some idea, perspective. This is down in our creek bottoms. And yeah, it's getting nice and steep. Not yet, but you can kind of see up there, it's going to get even steeper. As we come down into the very bottom of the creek bed here. Spoiler alert, I've already been up this, so me going down it doesn't present much of a problem. There's that stump right down there that you can just see I skirted by on the left side. Yeah, got my seatbelt on, my proper safety equipment. Don't you folks worry about my safety. And but yeah, it's getting nice and steep here. Nice and steep. Got to get this stump right over here, get right next to it. As it comes by, and avoid this stump. Yeah, it's right there. Whoa, got too close to the stump. But you can see that. Coming right down there, and to the bottom. There's up the other side, and we're going to continue. We're going to continue gonna make a left here. You can see down there, it just gets steeper that way, and more of a side hill. Don't want to have anything to do with side hill. Not too much anyway. But we're going to just kind of poke our way around through here and enjoy the beauty. So it is awfully pretty down here. I will tell you that. So I'm going to go back to listening to some music. Too bad I didn't have my GoPro on the hood, so you guys could really see it a little bit better, but maybe that's another day. So we'll talk to you later.
So I went exploring to find Chris and saw this beautiful little... So anyways, guys, this is what the stream looks like on our property right now. full of water. Some of it's clear, some of it's not. Chris is helping make it dirty. Are you stuck? Honey. Oh. I heard you down here. I thought you were going to come up the trail. It's just right over there. Yeah. When the river runs dry. Runs dry. Okay. Okay. Yep, there's a lot of water down here. We should have explored with our feet first. Okay.
Welcome to Hedgehog's Homestead. Hedgehog here. As you can see, I'm in a slight bit of a predicament. The day was going fantastically, and I was looking away to keep moving along the northern edge, the eastern edge, but moving towards our northern boundary. And went off the trail just a skosh, and here's what you get. So, interestingly enough, I was working through this issue, and I was kind of worried, not gonna lie, because you'll see several angles here as Laura kind of comes around with the camera, but not much to hear except a tractor at 2,000 RPM, and but as you can see there, I'm trying to just push it. I can't get it over that last hump that's behind the tractor, so kind of trying to use the bucket, and I actually put the bucket on for this very reason. Should I run into calamity, then I could use my bucket to unweight my wheels or crawl forward, or I'm trying to crawl backward, and but every time I do, you can see I kind of push it, and then it kind of sinks back right there in that hole that she just panned away from with her horrible camera work. But anyway, so I'm working this out, and I'm wondering if I have to call in the tractor rescue squad, which there's a local fella in town that could have pulled me out. He would have probably been happy to relieve me of $300 or $400 worth to give me the pleasure of pulling me out, but at this point it would have been well worth it. But I keep after it real time. I'm down here probably an hour and 15 minutes maybe. It's kind of hard to tell because it's all running together, but counterintuitively, there's a creek, there's a kind of a little island as she kind of pans over here to the right a little bit. Right in front of me there's kind of a little island, and there I'm trying to get some weight in my bucket and see if that helps change my any of my stuff, but to no avail. So I keep doing this for, again, I probably was stuck for an hour, maybe an hour and a half. And what ended up happening was Laura left, the camera went off, and I said, well, in for a penny or in for a pound, and I just went forward. I was able to actually drive the tractor forward and get it out of this little hole that I'm in here. It's a pretty good sized hole, as you can kind of see. But I drove forward, and I was able to get all the way to that island, and then I kind of backed up what would have been to my right behind. I was able to get some traction through there, and there was probably some more rock down right in the main stream bed here, so that's probably why I was able to get the traction. But I moved forward, and then I was able to back up, and I actually got turned around, and as the camera sits to us now, I end up coming out right through this way where she's at. And again, I got it turned around, and then I used my bucket like I'm doing this way in reverse, but just did it in forward, so curled my bucket forward, and I was able to keep moving along, and then I just pushed my bucket down and then curled under the bucket and then pressed it down, curled under, and I was able to pull myself right where you're seeing she's standing. I drove right between, right through this area, and I was able to get myself out. So luckily for me and our checkbook, I was able to do that. But it was kind of a bad ending to what had been a great day, doing a little exploring around the property, looking at the fire damage, and it was a beautiful day. And again, that's why I put the bucket on, in case I should need it. And turns out I saved my bacon, because you can't do that with the forks. You can't curl the bucket under, and it'd either break the forks or the forks would just come off anyway. They're not on there all that well. Luckily for me, I had my bucket on, and it was my saving grace. And interestingly enough, we're looking west right now, and after I did extricate myself from this quagmire, it was very difficult to weave my way up through the trees because the sun was right in my eyes. So what should have been a pretty easy escape and return home, getting Mabel back to her home station, was way more difficult than that, because the sun was the angle of the tractor, me going up the hill, and the sun was right in my eyes. So believe it or not, that was probably almost every bit as difficult as this whole process. But good thing is I made a mess, and I got myself out of my own mess. So there's that. Like I always say, if you're dumb, you gotta be tough. I'm one of the toughest guys you're ever gonna meet, so that should tell you something. But there you got that cute dog in the foreground, peeking about, wondering what's going on, and thinking, how dumb is this guy anyway? But luckily we'll never know, because he can't talk. But anyway, here you go. That was Mabel's mud treatment. So thanks for always just watching, guys, and we'll keep those wheels turning and keep progress going on the old homestead. So we will talk to you later. Thanks so much, and we appreciate you guys and what you're doing and being a part of our channel. So thanks, and we will talk to you later.